Welcome to the video blog and our series with PR's top 50 thought leaders. My guest today is Sabrina Horn. Sabrina Horn is president and CEO of the Horn Group, a leading digital communications agency. Welcome to the video blog.
Thank you very much.
Great. So what are some of the guiding principles that have made you such a success and a thought leader in the industry?
Well, we've been in business for 17 years now, doing primarily public relations, but recently have started a digital marketing interactive services practice. And because of the internet, PR has to become more of a general purpose communications visual medium. So that's been a big change in our business, and clients are loving it, and they need more of a one-stop shop.
Great. So what do you see now with these changes? What are some of the challenges that PR as an industry is facing that they need to adapt to?
Yeah, we're in the business of helping other companies and people deal with change, but we don't deal with change very well ourselves sometimes. And so I think as an industry we have to really get our arms around how, by definition, PR is changing and turning into more of a more holistic, you have to take a more holistic view of communications, not just PR for publicity, but communications from a marketing communication standpoint. And I think, the more we resist it, the more we won't evolve, and therein lies success, or perhaps not so much success.
So the flip side of that is where the PR opportunities are, and it seems like what you're saying is not limit PR to be separated in this one very small silo, right, but really to engage in the whole practice, if you can expand on that.
And the whole practice, right. So PR is evolving to being more communication. So it doesn't matter whether you're communicating to your audiences through a reporter or an analyst. In fact, you can be communicating those messages through your website, through lead generation programs, through direct marketing, through email marketing campaigns. I mean, even Facebook applications we're building here for some of our clients, and certainly through brochures and collateral. And there's no reason why we as a PR industry can't do that, right? And it's almost by necessity. We can't just be focused on creating a verbal brand. We have to focus on marrying that with the visual brand and bringing that together.
Do you see not doing that as an area where PR has made mistakes and where maybe they've left ourselves open to criticism?
Yes and no. I mean, it's still really early in the game, right? And I think we're all trying to make it up as we go along. And you hear a lot of agencies talking about integrated communications, and what does that mean? Is it integrated like this? Well, no. There are points of integration, and you're talking about two different kinds of business models, really. And an interactive business, which is more project-based, right, and a PR business, which can be more retainer-based. And then putting those two under the same roof.
Tricky.
Tricky, not for the faint of heart. So, everything to how you manage and mentor your employees, how you mentor a PR account supervisor is entirely different than how you can motivate and stimulate a Java programmer.
Yeah, so let's talk about innovation here at Horn Group and what you've been doing with your clients. What are some of the things you're doing now that might not have been on the radar screen a couple of years ago that are working?
Well, to that point, I would say 80 to 85% of our entire client portfolio now is in some way, in some fashion, an integrated PR and interactive client. So they usually start off coming in through the door as a PR client, and then they see all these other things that they could be doing. Oh, I need a new website. That didn't happen 3 years ago. Gosh, we need a content management system. We can't find anything out there. Can you build us one? And that's what we're doing. That didn't happen 3 years ago.
And the role of video in this process?
Oh, well, okay, so video, is in, I would say, almost 100% of the web projects that we're doing. In fact, we have a full video production studio at our offices in San Francisco, because all of our clients want to be doing video for their websites, so we give them our studio and we help them film it and edit it and tape it and script it, and we do it right there at our facility. In so much so that people are actually, non-clients are coming in wanting to rent the space.
So what are some of the innovative things PR is going to be doing in the next 3 to 5 years that may not even be on our radar screen right now?
Well, that is always this $64 million question, right? So I think it's probably going to be continuing contraction and expansion of the technologies that we use in public relations to do work for our clients. So using video and social networks as an example, I think there's going to be far greater, even greater than we see today, use of video in all of the little social networks and social communities that we see. And probably like some new application that we haven't even thought of, right? We'll leave that to the developers. The other thing I think is that you will see, we see Facebook, we see MySpace, and that is like a horizontal application for social networking. But I think we're going to see just a massive proliferation of niche, vertical market social networks for specific, tribes and communities of people.
Now, for those starting out their careers, they may have an advantage because they're so immersed in this technology. What's some advice that you have for them?
For the new folks.
The new folks.
Well, I think starting off, being an agency person, I would say starting off on the agency side of things gives you great 360-degree view of the world of PR and communications. You work with lots of different clients, lots of different people, lots of different technologies, and you're exposed to a lot more than if you were on the corporate side, where you're working for perhaps one person for one product, and you become more of an expert. So you have to pick your poison. Are you a generalist and a consultant, or are you an expert and a specialist? I would tend to think that the more exposed you are to the universe, you can then pick where you want to go.
Finally, for the industry of PR as a whole, are you optimistic about the future, and why?
I always think the glass is half full. I think that the recession notwithstanding, or whatever this downturn is, there's still plenty of business out there. I think that PR and communications has a real chance right now to reinvigorate itself, reinvent itself, have a bigger seat at the boardroom table, at the C-level suite, and really deliver on the promise of what it can do, to help companies and people communicate and understand the world. So I think it's a huge opportunistic time.
Great, and clearly, Sabrina Horn, you're one of the people that are getting us there. Thanks so much.
Thank you.